looked at the 4-time Oscar-winning movie Birdman earlier on in the episode. It was shot as if it's one 2-hour-long scene. This is, of course, a truly unique way to make a film, but there are plenty more titles that are one of a kind due to the way they're filmed. Let's check out what else is out there. First of all, let's look at some of the more subtle ones we think deserve to be mentioned, beginning with 2015's Jobs, which focuses on the life of the legendary Apple founder Steve Jobs. The movie tells 3 chapters of Steve's life. The first one is set in the 70s and 80s and was shot on 16mm film. The next sequence takes place a decade later and was captured on 35mm. The final scenes happen at the beginning of the new millennium and are digitally shot. Then there's Quentin Tarantino's The Hateful Eight. It was filmed using Panavision anamorphic lenses, creating ultra-widescreen imagery. And Birdman director Alejandro González Iñárritu also made The Revenant, which he shot totally on location in the wilderness using only natural light.
The unpredictability of nature and certainly weather and these unprecedented weather events that we've been having cause a lot more complications in the process of making what was an already difficult undertaking.
While these examples are impressive, they're only minor tweaks to traditional movie-making techniques. Let's examine some truly unique ones. Take Hardcore Henry, for instance. The whole movie is shot from a first-person point of view, literally putting the audience into the protagonist's shoes. Or 1999's The Blair Witch Project. Technically speaking, it's not the first found footage film, but it is the first one that reached mainstream audiences on a massive scale. That, combined with some brilliant marketing, set the tone for numerous future horror films. These days, cameras are becoming better and cheaper and accessible to everyone. A decade ago, no one had equipment like GoPros, drones, or even decent cameras in their phones. Thanks to this rise in technology, creative filmmakers have found plenty of ways to make unique, low-budget films. Take 2015's Tangerine, which was shot with 3 iPhones in place of bigger cameras and won a pile of awards. The horror flick Unfriended went even further and is shown entirely through Skype.
I've never shot anything like this before. I think what was so interesting about it is that we were isolated in our own rooms, but at the same time, we were all in the same house, with the exception of Jacob, who was annexed out to like the garage workshop area.
It was like a converted wood shop shed. Like, let's just call it what it was.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, but we were all wired in with the Skype program that we were filming with. So even though we were separate, we were all on a Skype call, whether or not we were filming.
Another fresh and ambitious project was Woody Harrelson's recent Lost in London. It focused on a crazy night he had in the title city when he got arrested.
Lost in London was this, it was an experience that I had, a night that I had in London that was really not a fun night at all. Then later I thought about it with fresh eyes and I said, comedy. And so I wrote a screenplay, and finally I was thinking to myself, you know, not only is this thing, because it kind of happens continuously in real time, I could shoot it in real time.
While Woody makes it sound like a fun little project, it was actually a mammoth task. The picture is a single, unbroken, 100-minute long take that's set in 14 different locations involving 30 actors and hundreds of extras. On top of that, it was live streamed into theaters for audiences to watch. With the exception of Unfriended, all the examples we've mentioned were well received. So yeah, a little creativity goes a long way. With video technology becoming available to everyone, this list will rapidly expand in the years to come. So keep your eyes open for an update in a future episode of Making the Movies. Like what you see? Subscribe to our channel for more exclusive clips.